This is Philip Glove to Face Harris making this video. We got the Austin Trout versus Saul Canelo Alvarez fight coming up this Saturday on the 20th. And still haven't came up with who I think gonna win, really. I've even talked to one of my subscribers. It reads to me like Spider6. That's not your name, I apologize. But you know, just conversating with Spider, just going through the different things that he looks at as far as Canelo Alvarez. You know, kind of opened my eyes to a little bit, gave me a different perspective on it. And it didn't change my view of him at all, but it did show me why people believe he's as good as he is, or why they believe he can be as good as they expect him to be. Me, it's always been a question mark, you know. I'm not going to say he's garbage. I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying I need him to fight more fights, you know. And he should start with Austin Trout. And after discussing that with him, I did a little bit more research, and truthfully, Austin Trout needs this win just as much as Alvarez does. He don't have a resume for real, you know. So they both are. Only thing is different with him is that ain't nobody really said that he's the greatest or the next big thing. So he's been flying under the radar, and for some reason we're giving him more credit than he's actually made, you know, public to us, I guess, to speak. I mean, because his last fight was against, you know, Miguel Cotto, which, I mean, Miguel Cotto is still a decent opponent for most fighters, but he's diminished. You know, he's nowhere near what he used to be. So that win is kind of tainted a little bit. He beat Delvin Rodriguez, decent fight, but still not a big enough fight that's going to put him on the level of us saying that he's one of the greatest, or he's going to be one of the next greatest, you know, up and coming or whatever. Just like Alvarez, you know. Alvarez has 41 wins, 30 knockouts. Now you look at that, and that's a record, you know, 41 wins. But when you start looking at who he beat, you know, his last defeat was over Josecito Lopez. If you're not familiar with him, this is a guy that was the underdog fighting against Victor Ortiz. He broke Victor Ortiz's jaw, which propelled him into a bigger fight against Alvarez. But the truth of the matter is, he's a hard puncher, but he's not a great fighter. You know what I mean? He's not a top line fighter. So, you know, Alvarez beat Mosley. Mosley is on his way to become, I don't even know what to say what he on his way to become, but I hope he retires soon. You know, he's scheduled to fight again sometime this year. I'm not for sure when, but he's been way past his prime for a long, long time. I'm not saying 1 year, 2 year, 6, 7. Yeah, he's been gone for a long time. He's not quite where Evander Holyfield is, but a long time. So he can, you know, he got that big name on his resume, beating Sugar Shane Mosley. At the same time, in my opinion, he didn't look that good against Shane Mosley. You know, me and Spider was talking about that, and he didn't look that good. He defeated Mosley more accurately, I think Spider said, you know, because of the punch ratio and all that. But the thing is, if you've seen the Shane Mosley versus Floyd Mayweather fight, after round 3, Mosley was getting countered so much where his punch output dropped off, which is what I was trying to explain to Spider. You know, so you can sit there and look at the stats and all that, and how much this person punched, how much that person punched. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at their fighting styles, Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather has never been a high-volume puncher. He's a counter puncher. And he's not in there to attack and kill you like a Manny Pacquiao, but Alvarez is. So it's going to be different. But I'm sorry when you brought up Floyd Mayweather in this video, but my question to you is, what do you think it is right now? Who do you think has the better shot? Or let me scratch that. Who do you think is the better fighter looking at him right now? Who do you think? Because like I said, both of their resumes are suspect. They both need this fight. They both need this win. And even after whoever wins this fight, I already can hear some people saying, well, yeah, he won because that fighter was overhyped, or they weren't who they seemed to be, or who they tried to make us believe they were. So get ready for that, especially if it's a Trout fan and Alvarez wins, they're going to diminish their own fighter. It gets wild, man. There's many people I talk to, and that's all I do is debate boxing, but just get ready for it. And it's vice versa, Saul, Alvarez, those people that like him, in the midst of this fight, they start to not like the other fighter, so they'll go as far as to diminish their own fighter, but or give them a real good excuse or something. But that's my question, though. What do you think? You think that Alvarez is who he say he is? Do you think Trout is who he say he is? You think they both are? They both not? Who you got winning this fight? Like, who has the advantage right now, in your opinion? I'm curious. I probably put out my prediction probably Thursday. I'm not for sure if I'm gonna make a video or if I'm just gonna put it on ringsidebiz.com or glovetoface.com, but I'm gonna put it out. But I'm curious to hear what you got to say. Like I said, Spider, thanks for having the conversation with me, man. I loved it. Gave me good insight, gave me a different angle to look at things. Like I said, even though it hasn't swayed me either way, but I'm not a fan of neither fighter, so it's no swinging. I just look at it the way I look at it. I see it how I see it. So, thank y'all for watching. Philip Glove to Face Harris. You can find me on Twitter at Glove to Face, GLOVE, the number 2, FACE. You can find me on ringsidebiz.com, and you can also find me on glovetoface.com, and also facebook.com/Glove to Fan page. Thank y'all for watching. And let me see your answers in the bottom.